welcome. This is the KF&JF podcast, the Table of Bethesda. My name is Zane.
I am Sharon.
I'm Brandon.
And today, team, guys, we're going to be talking about, what are we going to talk about? I forgot.
It's okay. We're going to be talking about the body count.
The body keeps the score.
The body keeps the score. Yeah, not body count. No,
I'm like, body count.
Talking about the body keeps the score.
The body keeps the score. What you guys think.
Yeah, not that body count, but the count of the body.
Hopefully it don't go there.
Nah, it shouldn't. All right, yeah, so the body keeping score. Man.
So, Sharon, what was you thinking when did you have?
So with that topic, it's like what I mean by that, the body keeps the score, meaning your body, your physical body keeps the score of what you've been through in life, whether you're healthy, unhealthy. That's what I'm meaning by your body keeps the score. And as people, we don't listen to our body sometimes. Like your body be telling you stop, no, don't, and you be like, I can do it. You know, your mind telling you 19, but your body like we 50.
I got a funny one already.
So,
go ahead. My bad.
No,
Yo,
go ahead.
About 3 weeks ago, I'm over there at my sister's house. She moving, right? So I'm helping her move. We move out of one apartment. And she's staying in the same complex. So, yeah.
Okay.
So we move out of one. Mind you, my sister feels the need to live on the third
floor. Yes, I know. Every place.
You know? So we move out of one. We move out. We got everything out. And then we over at the new spot. So I call my baby brother. Where you at? Because I'm starting to feel it. I'm like, man, like,
it's tagging me in.
Is hurting. I'm like, where are you at? He's like, I'm almost there. Okay, well, we gonna start unloading when you get here. Because, bro, I was in so much pain. You know what I'm saying? I started walking up them stairs again. I was like, I had to stop. I had to go stretch. I was like, yo, I ain't got it no more. I used to be able to push through.
Yeah, right.
Nah, it wasn't happening. It was not happening.
Do you think that's a lack of just working out, or just one of those, would say call it out of shape, but they call them weekend warriors?
I think that how, for me, it was, I think things have finally caught up with me. You know what I'm saying? I think that how, like, between my youth, between the military, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, yeah, I'm like, I just want to relax now. Go to the gym. What? Like, I need to, but I'll just work out at the house. You know what I'm saying? I'll pull some military workout out and something, and my wife be mad because she be like, every time you start gaining weight, you know what I'm saying, you do like a week worth of your military workout, 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, you back to normal. Yeah, I sure am.
Well, it's called muscle memory.
Muscle memory, yeah.
Muscle memory.
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
For sure.
But then it's as we get older as men and women, you have to realize in your 20s, your metabolism is burning high. So you burn off weight, you can eat whatever you want. You get to a certain age, like I'm almost 50. I'll still eat whatever I want. Not saying it's not saying it's a good thing, but I know I need to start going to the gym. My youngest son's mom made a comment the other day. She provoked me to get back into the gym. I ain't gonna repeat what she said.
No. Repeat what she said. Is that what she said?
I ain't gonna repeat that. But it made me feel some type of way. But she was like, "Oh, you got breasts?" I said, "What?"
She said you made you feel like a stud.
Yeah. She grabbed me. I was like, she at work. And the cashier that was helping me, she looked over, and she didn't know how inappropriate that was, but she didn't know who she was to me.
Right.
She's like, she just seen another coworker grab a customer's breast, and she was just like, I felt that was kind of inappropriate. I said, yeah, it's not good work.
You working ethic.
It's not good work ethic. Then I had to explain to her who she was.
Oh man.
But so now I'm just like, yeah, that sucked when she said that. I said, yeah, we're not having that conversation. So.
Gym time.
Gym time.
So you had to let the coworker know these is her titties.
They ain't even hers. I told my wife the same thing. She said, she did. Also, she's squeezing on you now. Huh? I was like, You tripping? She was like, no, I'm just messing with you. But so people she's like, so what else are they grabbing?
Oh.
I was like, see.
Well.
But she was just playing. It was just one of those things. But sometimes as people, it takes someone playfully playing what you're telling you getting out of shape.
Oh, you mean like that friend you ain't seen in a long time? The first thing they want to say, hey, good to see you. You put on weight, huh?
Yeah.
You know, you got that person that always want to say something crazy. Oh, your hair getting a little thin, huh?
Yeah. Like, like they be like talking about LeBron, he need to let it go.
Right.
When he really do.
Trust me, yo.
That's why I'm bald now. Look here. I've been let that thing go.
You always run into that person. That's the first thing they want to say.
When you gain weight.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember you were skinny.
You sure are great now.
Right. Craziness.
But you know what the best response to that is? Tell them, keep living.
No, they be the same age. It'd be somebody you ain't seen from high school. The first thing, they always had something negative they wanted to say.
Yeah, some people
like that.
Some people carry that bad energy. You know? And it's just one of those things as people you can let it shape you, inform you, or you just have to know the people that you deal with at times. So I know some people are just evil, mean, and some people like I'm not saying nothing bad about my brother, but he always got something slick to say. My brother Roby, he'll say something slick. He'll tell my kids to say something. He's like, you don't let your daddy talk to you like that? My son will look at him like, what you want me to do? He said, I wouldn't let him talk to me like that.
Oh, wow. He a professional instigator.
Oh, bro. On everything. Shout out to Big Bro. But that's what he do, though. That's just like, if you didn't know him, you be like,
what just happened?
Yeah, some people are that's just how they are.
And that's just him. He's one of those, like,
they don't.
He's always been that way. When I came home, a dude was like, man, your brother always talking stuff. I said, but you're not going to do nothing to him. He's like, you right, but I said, that's all. It really don't make no difference. That's just my brother. That's just his character.
Right.
Just one of those things.
That's just a black thing.
Yeah. As people, we clown around and joke with each other. No,
that's a black thing. Black people will clown you for anything.
Oh, immediately.
They be like, oh, this brother got a job.
Right.
Look at him working hard.
Yeah, he go to work every day, like instead of. But then it's like they'll clown you about the stuff that you're doing right.
Right.
And they won't give you no praise about the stuff that you're doing wrong. There's no comment. But the stuff that you're doing right, it's like it's a sin to ungodly people that say that. Like, oh, you go to work every day? You go to church? Mm-hmm. Like, oh, yeah, you on that Jesus stuff. What does that mean? You on that Jesus stuff? And it's the same thing to the body keeps the score. Mm-hmm. It's one of those things that that we carry, and if we don't, same thing from one of another episodes, discipline in your body, being able to your health. Health is wealth nowadays. To me, that's one of the biggest issues I think as men, even as black men, as black men, it's one of those things. Prostate cancer is real big, for us. And we're not taking care of our bodies. Nobody like going to the doctor to get checkups or anything like that, because you don't want that man to tell you something wrong with you or anything, or if you would have came sooner or whatever the case may be, So it's one of those things that you have to consistently be.
Yeah, but you can't let the fear of the unknown keep you from going to the doctor.
Oh, no, I don't be worried about that.
Shouldn't.
And I don't worry about that, man. I tell people it's the same thing, that I was always taught, like I said, it's a Christian-based podcast. I was always taught, my pastor always told me, she said, if somebody speaks something into you, and if your spirit accepts it, that's what you have to be stuck with. So just because someone speaks something over you, until you accept what they're spoken and what they're speaking over you, it's not, you don't have to own that. So at times, if somebody's speaking stuff into you, whether it's life or death, if you accept it into your spirit, then that's on you.
Yeah, the enemy will try and give you a contract.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like whenever you wake up and you got an ache or a pain or a knot or something, the first thing the enemy wants to do is give you fear. Mm-hmm. First thing the enemy wants to do is tell you that it's cancer. The first thing the enemy want to tell you is you got diabetes, you got this and that. And as soon as you start, accepting that, even before you get a diagnosis, you've accepted the contract. Yeah. So, like, sometimes you'll wake up with an ache or a lump or something, and you'll be like, dang, and your mind will start racing. And then next thing you know, you turn on YouTube, and they doing a commercial about cancer. Right. That's how it works.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. The body keeps the score because your brain is telling you we got this, but it has nothing to do. One thing has nothing to do with the other.
No, there's power of life and death in the tongue. But, you know what I'm saying, as a man thinketh, therefore he goeth, right? So the enemy will go ahead and try to get you to have a contract. That's why, you know, like we were talking earlier before we got live, we were talking about sometimes you can't say like I'm getting old, right? Because your body will respond to that.
Yeah, transition to
it. You're speaking that over yourself. And you said, when you say, it's caught up to me, I just don't have it no more. When you start to say that, your body's going to react to that, right? But if you say, nah, man, I still got a little something.
Oh man, I get that all the time, bro. My wife and my son be like, "Dad, when you gonna retire?" Like my wife was like, "What makes you think you still got it?" I said, "What?"
I know I still
like.
You know
I heard that.
I speak it over myself.
Yeah, like I ain't lost not a step.
Because either you're gonna take the word, which is a written contract, or you're gonna take what Satan has put in your mind.
I feel that.
So it's just one of those, you know, like the body's always gonna keep the score. You know, like I said, if you had a broken bone or if you got a steel plate in your leg, 'cause I know people like, even for me at the age that I am, like I know it's gonna rain before it rain. Like my knees will start hurting. I'll be like, man, it's getting, and I know, and it never fails. It'd be like it's gonna rain the next day. You know, and it's not like, oh, it's a miraculous thing. It's just one of them things. Like if it's wind blowing hard, and if I wake up and my knees is hurting, it'd be like, oh yeah, it's been a rain. It's just one of them things, and it never fails. But that's also a fact that, you know, like I said, the body keeps the score because your body knows there's a certain temperature that the atmosphere that carries.
Okay, cool. Well, I know what my body knows right now, that it is time for a break.
Time to pay them bills.
Time to pay the bills.
Damn, these commercials.
I'm your host, Brian Weathers, former Division I athlete and overseas pro. Each week I sit down with players, coaches, and grinders who lived the game but didn't always reach the dream. From college standouts to overseas warriors, this is where we unpack the truth. Behind the journey, the highs, the lows, the heartbreak, and life after the final buzzer.
He's on his way, he's about to get paid, he's on his way to Hollywood. He's on his way.
Welcome back. We're back, and we're talking about the body keeps the score. And another way the body keeps the score is through sex. Because as being a Christian, I firmly believe in spirits are transferable. So by you having these different relationships with sleeping around with different people, whether if you're married, it's adultery. If you're not married, it is just fornication. And I'm not saying we're not looking down on anybody or calling anybody fornicators or not poking the finger at anybody, talking about people's sin. We're just saying what it does to the body and what it does spiritually, how it affects you spiritually when you're sleeping around with people.
Yeah, because I think that, when you start looking at someone or you start, having these physical ties and having relations with someone that you've now entered. I was watching my bro's podcast. Shout out, bro. You know who you are. I don't want to say his name all over the media, but I was looking at his podcast. And he was talking about no, it wasn't his podcast. He was having a live. And he was explaining the importance of like the covenant. Right, of when you come into a relationship with another person, I'm saying, you've now entered a covenant, you know what I'm saying, with that person. You know what I'm saying? So that covenant is now, as you start this relationship, whether it be, you know what I'm saying, you end up getting married or whatever the case may be, that track record that you've had with that person, you know what I'm saying, that's part of your, you know what I'm saying, your relationship now. You know what I'm saying? That's part of like what you're building your foundation off of. So I felt it very, you know what I'm saying, inspirational. I was listening to it, I was like, yo, that's real. And tying it into what we're talking about, you know what I'm saying, you know, the body, you know what I'm saying, how having these relationships, you know what I'm saying, outside, not necessarily just outside of marriage, but just in general, you're now becoming one with someone else. You know what I'm saying? When you start having sex with that person, and you're being intimate with that person, you're now starting what is considered a covenant, you know what I'm saying, with that person, right? So when you do that, what does that do for your, if you're doing it with her and you're doing it with another girl and you're doing it with another girl, you got all these partners, what does that do for you? I'm saying that body count, that how you're loading up on, you know what I'm saying, that we as some men glorify.
That we used to glorify.
You know what I'm saying?
Growing
You know?
up, you was like, yeah, you know, some people had that number they was trying to get to. Like,
Bro,
trying
let
to
me
get
tell
to
you.
100, 200, 300. And I know, I ain't going to say his name. I know a young boy, and he was like, I'm trying to get to 100. And this was like, I want to say June. And he was like trying to get to 100 by December. And he was like, I'm at 40.
That was his goal, huh?
You know,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. Like, what does that do? What does that do to you?
Well, I mean, one, you're actually dragging yourself into if you're trying to follow the Lord, you're dragging yourself into a situation where you're going to have demons attaching themselves to you, right? Because
Even if you're not following him, though, you still getting that.
well, even if you're not, but we're gonna speak from the perspective of somebody. I'm gonna talk to you like you believe in the Bible right now, right? Because somebody who doesn't is gonna sit up here and be like, "This doesn't even make sense. That's stupid." But there is a such thing as soul ties, right?
Yeah.
So when you start to have sex with someone, if you've ever dated someone long enough, you realize that you start to pick up each other's habits, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Have you ever
Just sentence.
like I had a friend that we were just friends, platonic friends, but we hung out all the time, and she had a tendency to always say pretty basically. And years later, I still say pretty basically, right? And that's not even us having a intimate relationship, right? But when you've been with a boyfriend or a girlfriend so long, you start to pick up certain characteristics. Now, when you start adding a soul tie into that, now you're picking up certain characteristics, and it's usually the enemy's going to have you carry on the evil characteristics. But here's the tricky part, right? When you do get married, the characteristic of that old girlfriend, that old boyfriend is still going to be attached to you.
Yeah.
So since you didn't break the soul tie, since you didn't pray it off of you, that person is still a part of you when you go into the covenant. So the covenant, instead of it being you, God, in the person, is you, God, the person. Tyrone, Keisha. I don't know what it is with me and Keisha. The first girlfriend's name is Keisha. But anyways.
But then
No,
because
but you're right.
you carrying that, and it's the, and even if it's you sleeping with, if it's somebody sleeping with Keisha, Pam, and Gina, now you still got to add all the other people that they sleeping with too.
Exactly. And so demons on top of demons on top of demons on top of demons. And then here's the thing. Sometimes you get into a situation where later on in life you guys are having a sexless marriage, right? And then you're like, man, why is it? It's because Tyrone is still there. Tyrone was never gay. So Tyrone is rejecting you because Tyrone still has some type of doorway into
Connection.
right? It's like this. If you had a certain person who lived in your apartment with you, right? Let's say you had a live-in boyfriend or girlfriend, right? You guys break up, you get a new relationship, but your ex left their toothbrush there. See, the enemy will leave something there so that they always have a reason to come back. And you may not be a physical situation, but it'll be a spiritual situation
that's
where
where
they always be able to come back.
have access.
Right? And that's why you got to break those soul ties. That's why you got to pray it off of you, right? Because if not, Tyrone is always going to come back for the toothbrush at an inconvenient time.
That's
when
makes
you and
sense.
when you and your spouse are having an argument, all of a sudden Keisha remembers that she left her favorite blanket there, right? And that's the same thing. Even though it's marriage, that spirit will come back in. All of a sudden you're like, man, why is she rejecting me? Why is he rejecting me? Why is it that we can't have this intimacy? Because there's still the seed of the enemy still there, and you got to get that out of there because those soul ties need to be broken.
Sheesh.
And some people, a lot of people are not aware of that. People be like, "Oh, I don't believe in God." Just because you don't believe in God, don't mean this stuff is not you're not subject to it.
Yeah,
People say they don't believe in the devil, and the devil believes in you. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
But and the devil know the word better than we do.
He knows it better, and he knows how to manipulate it.
Yeah, because he manipulated the word. He attempted to manipulate the word to Jesus. He gonna tell you the word, but he gonna leave out pieces and bits. Like, did he really say that? Like,
what good is the word without interpretation, right? So you can read the Bible, but if you don't pray for some type of wisdom, it's not gonna do you any good. It's like a foreign language.
Yeah,
and you're supposed to read the word out loud because we learn the word by hearing the word. You just reading the word in your mind, just reading the Bible. That's not the way that your body digests the word. The word is supposed to be read out loud so it can go into your spirit. So this is just Bible knowledge for people that read your word. When you read your word out loud, because that's the way your spirit receives it, by you just mentally just running across the words across the page. Not saying it's a bad thing, but you learn the word by hearing the word.
I mean, that's definitely great information. I think that how, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people aren't really privy to that. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand the importance of speaking it out loud. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand the importance of meditating. You know what I'm saying? The importance of, you know what I'm saying, building and having that relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really gotta, you know what I'm saying, when you're always going to get, the thing about it is that how, you know what I'm saying, like, so for me, I think that some of the things that I've went through in my past, you know what I'm saying, still linger today in my present. You know what I'm saying, like, and that's not to say that how, like, oh, I'm weak. And the reason why I'm giving this is because for any listeners out there that are just like, oh, y'all just talking about how easy it is to follow God. No.
Don't mistake that.
That's not what we're saying. You know what I'm saying? We're just saying that how, just the same way that how you may be going through something, we go through something daily. You know what I'm saying? It's just how we know to turn to him, or we try to turn to him, you know what I'm saying, through these measures. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, it's important to like, I have a routine. You know what I'm saying, in the morning, I wake up, you know what I'm saying, first thing I do, I gotta thank God. I open my eyes, and there'll be crust in there, and, like, you know what I'm saying, I gotta get my phone. I do turn and look at my phone, like, what time is it? Oh yeah, it's time to get up. Thank you, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like, and maybe I should say thank you, Jesus, first. I don't know. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thank him, and I just make sure that how, you know what I'm saying, like, I give him praise for just being awake. You know what I'm saying? Just waking up. You know what I'm saying? Just going through the trials and tribulations that I went through the day before, but he saw it merciful to be like, rise, my son. You know what I'm saying? So
allow you to hear it.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where you guys have to be mindful that how the things that how you allow your lives and your body to, you know what I'm saying, bring into your body, or you don't allow change, or you don't take on the forms of that will help you change. You know what I'm saying? Like B said, you know what I'm saying, breaking those soul ties. You know what I'm saying, if you don't do those things, you know what I'm saying, your body is going to it's going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a problem for you. You're going to have issues stem from whatever the enemy sees, you know what I'm saying, that he could throw at you. He's going to use it. You know what I'm saying? He knows what he can use. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know, and if you don't trust in God, or you're not sure if you should trust in God, go read the book of Job, yo. You know what I'm saying?
And don't mistake it, not saying that, like, our faith is this high.
I'm not saying that.
Trust me.
Nobody is perfect.
I trust and believe in God completely, but at times I don't fully trust him. Like, I think I can do it better than he can. Still working on it. I'm a work in progress. I tell people I am not there yet. That's why I have unresolved issues at times where I have problems sleeping at night, because it's stuff that I haven't given to God and truly fully forgiving people for stuff they have done to me. So don't mistake it. I'm not walking around saying I'm any better than anyone.
And I know somebody's like, what does that have to do with body keeping a score? What are y'all talking about? The thing is your body is the temple of the Lord.
Yes.
Right. So that's what we're coming to you from. Now we started off with the physical aspect, and now we're talking to you in the spiritual aspect. Because at the end of the day, is we're just gonna be your Christian uncles up here, right? And if that's the case, we love you. And when you love somebody, you love them past their flesh. You love them to the soul.
Right.
So when you love somebody to the soul, you love them to the point that you love them where if something was to happen to them physically, you know you did all that you could to help them get to the right place.
Right.
So never feel like we're up here trying to judge you, because we're not. What we're up here trying to do is we're just trying to share our faith and our belief and, give a little bit of nuggets up here on what you need to do to be right with Christ.
That's one thing that I try to do on a daily too. You know what I'm saying? When in my walk, in my life, like I try to every situation that comes about, I try to look at it from a perspective of, how would Jesus deal with this? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way that how I have the right answer for it. Mm-hmm. I may do something, but it don't mean that how, you know what I'm saying, like that was the correct way and how I should have handled it.
But what if you're not a Christian and you don't think like, what would Jesus do? As sometimes I don't think like, what would Jesus do? It depends on my frame of mind when stuff happens to me. Then it depends on what happens and where my spirit is at the time, according to how I'm going to react to you. If I'm prayed up and fast up, I'll really just be like, that's not my problem. That's Jesus' problem. Not saying I pray every day. I pray every day. No mistake that. But as far as fasting, if my spirit is messy and I haven't been covering myself, and my spirit's only messy because I've been giving people access.
But that's where, and I don't mean
Go ahead.
go somewhere.
No worries.
That's where, you know what I'm saying, like we all get messy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, in our mind. You know what I mean? What happens is how the Holy Spirit, because we have that relationship and we have that covenant with God, you know what I'm saying, now the Holy Spirit will come in and be like, you're wrong.
Yeah, that conviction.
Yeah, that conviction is.
That's why they call him the Comforter.
The Holy Spirit. It's gonna impact you, and if that's the case, you know what I'm saying, then it's a choice now. Do you
override
the Holy Spirit, or do you not?
Yeah.
And even if you aren't a Christian and you're watching the show, the best thing I could tell you is treat others as the way you want to be treated.
Yeah.
Right.
And even if they don't treat you the same way that you're treating them, don't change you in order to please them. Stop being stop trying to please people. People pleaser. Because at times, I know as people, we be looking for people to do that only something God can really reward you for or do for you. Stop looking for people to do something only God can really do.
Boy, y'all be giving some gems up in here. Anyway, just like gems, gym time at school, whatever it is, time is up. It's time for us to go. We appreciate you. This has been another episode of The Table of Bethesda. I'm Brandon.
I'm Sharon.
I am Zane. Salute.
Be easy.